What's up, everybody? This is time to wrestle with Suplexus. I'm Suplexus, and today I am uploading part 2 of Future Slam 6 Royal Rumble 2025. So, if you haven't seen the previous part yet, go on and watch that if you want. I'll give about 5 seconds and then I'm gonna do a recap which spoils it. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, for a recap, you might have stuck around if it doesn't matter to you. So, anyways, for a recap, Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble match. We have Bianca Belair failing to beat Rhea Ripley for the championship, the Women's World Championship. So Rhea retains via countout. And we have Gunther beating CM Punk for the world title with the help of Seth Rollins. Now it is time for part 2. This will consist of the Women's Rumble match and the main event, Cody Rhodes defending against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Enjoy what I have to offer in this video, and I will give some additional recaps if they are necessary, or I'll just give them right now. Why not? So, on Raw Netflix, Rhea Ripley does manage to win the Women's World title from Liv Morgan. Also, Io Sky does not win the IC title. That will become apparent very soon. And Lyra Valkyria is your Intercontinental Champion. And so at this point, Bianca and Naomi are like on the Raw on Netflix, is what I mean by at this point. Bianca and Naomi are looking for the culprit for who attacked Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair, she thinks that it might have been Io. So they're all on Raw at this point. I should mention that. She thinks it might have been Io because she's like, she was there on the same night she got attacked, and like Damage Control fought us at WrestleMania while she was off defending her title, and like she just thinks you still has something against her, and there's something brewing still, even though they put it aside for War Games between the two. So her culprit is Io, and Bailey gets cleared, by the way, through some camera footage. So on the final show before the Rumble, we have Io, Bianca, Rhea, and Naomi in the ring, the final Raw. Adam Pearce or Nick Aldis might make more sense. So he comes out and he reveals footage showing that Naomi attacked Jade. And Io and Rhea are willing to hear Naomi out. Naomi is about to explain something important, but Bianca Belair attacks Naomi and hits her with a KOD through the table. That is where we're at. Now I will get into the Women's Royal Rumble match. 30 women, I guess. Number 1, Io Sky comes out. She has the number 1 entry, not looking too good. And number 2, someone she has history with back in NXT, and I guess kind of War Games this year. It is Candice LeRae. And they get in the ring, they wrestle each other, it is always good stuff between those two. So just let them go at it, right? And number three, though, it gets dramatic real quick. Naomi comes out. The attacker of Jade Cargill makes her way down the ring, and she looks confused at why the crowd is raining boos on her after the revelation that occurred on Monday. So, um, Io will probably go after Naomi at this point. Candice will go after Io at this point. Uh, and Naomi actually, because Candice was getting in her way like earlier on. Actually, in the past month, Candice has been getting in Naomi's way. So yeah, she gets in her way. And number four comes down, and it's Bailey. Bailey has not taken this betrayal by Naomi too well, so she immediately goes after Naomi. Bailey is expressing all the disgust she has over what Naomi did, and Io and Candice are still fighting. Meanwhile, well, Bailey and Naomi are brawling. So now we have number five. Piper Niven comes out. She destroys all four people in the match and stands tall. Like, it's just a good wrestling at this point so far. Number six comes out, and it is Michin. Michin, who lost to Chelsea Green in the US Championship Finals at Saturday night's main event. So, Michin enters the Royal Rumble match, and she is a House of Fire against Candice and Piper Niven. So, it's Candice didn't advance, so Michin's going after her. And then Piper Niven, the Chelsea Green feud. Sorry, your voice crack. So the countdown begins now for number seven, right? And Michin is ready for whoever comes out next. However, right before the count sounds, from behind, Chelsea Green comes in and thwacks, yes, thwacks Michin with the women's US title and eliminates her from the Rumble. The announcers go, Chelsea isn't even in the match. Oh, oh. But Chelsea Green is number seven. She is in the match after eliminating Michin when she wasn't in the match. So the action continues in that match. Michin is very upset at Chelsea Green for eliminating her, most likely. Well, definitely. Who am I kidding? And some things I have. Io, she'll probably fight Bailey at some point. Candice will be going after Naomi, most likely. And then Piper Niven and Chelsea just take advantage whenever the opportunity arises. So, number eight, though, is Roxanne Perez. Yeah. And she helps beat up on the baby faces. So, we have Chelsea Green, we have Piper Niven, and we have Michin in the match at this point. So, not Michin. Michin's eliminated, so we have Naomi in the match at this point. So Roxanne helps beat up on the faces. And Naomi eventually she mounts a comeback and she waits for number 9. Jade Cargill's music hits. The crowd goes wild. Is she gonna come out? She's coming out. No, apparently, because she is attacked in the back. And someone put some blindfold or some black mask on her so she can't see who attacked. And Michael Cole, he's like, oh, Naomi attacked Jade again. Corey, being the analysis person he is, analytical person he is, he's like, if Naomi attacked Jade, why would she put a mask on her? Jade would automatically assume it's Naomi. I think it was someone else. Speculation happened. So at this point, the cameras have already caught up, and Bianca runs to check on Jade. And she's like, she doesn't know what to do. She's like, could you compete? Could you compete? But Jade's out, so she can't answer. And then sorry about that. She asks Adam Pearce if she could replace it to get revenge on Naomi for what she did. So Pierce is like, go out there. We got no one else here right now, so go out there. All other entries are filled. So Bianca Belair comes out. She is in the Rumble match, and by some chance, Bianca Belair gets another shot at the title. Isn't it funny that when Jade got hurt the first time, Naomi got a tag title run, and Bianca got a women's title match at the Royal Rumble. She benefited from it. And now Jade gets attacked again, and Bianca benefits from it. A little interesting right there. So, yeah, Bianca comes in, and Naomi's in the ring. She looks like she doesn't know what's going on, and Bianca just attacks Naomi, completely ignores the heels, beating down the rest of the faces. She just runs and clocks Naomi and just destroys Bailey as well. It's a wreck. She's destroying Bailey because she believes that Bailey might have been involved, even though she didn't attack because of her previous friendship with Naomi. If you're associated with Naomi, you're public enemy number one to Bianca Belair. So at this point, Bianca Belair eliminates Naomi from the Women's Royal Rumble match. And now it is time for number 10. It is Raquel Rodriguez. So she comes in and eliminates Piper Niven, shows off her back. She doesn't do that much anymore. So yeah, she just goes and attacks people in a heel way. And her, Candice, and Roxanne fight the faces. They are teaming up on them while Chelsea Green is hiding on the outside of the ring. Voice crack again. My bad. So, number 11 now. Is the face gonna come out to help? It's Tiffany Stratton. That's nice for the faces, especially considering that Io and Bailey were on the opposite side in War Games. Nice for them. So Tiffany comes out. However, before attacking, she gets in the face of Candice LeRae. We've seen on SmackDown the past couple months they have not gotten along with each other too well, and this just keeps heating up. So one thing to notice as well, Tiffany hasn't cashed in yet because she is in the Rumble match. So just want to point that out as well. So not Naomi. Naomi's out. Tiffany is in control before number 12 comes out. Who is it? It is Charlotte Flair. Yep. It's gonna happen, so I gotta do it. Charlotte makes her re-debut, her return. Not a debut, it's a return, and faces off with Tiffany Stratton. And at this time, Charlotte also eliminates Raquel Rodriguez. So she gets an elimination. She probably goes nuts in the Royal Rumble match. And then number 13, it is Stephanie Vaquer from NXT. She enters in the match and cleans house on everyone. So she probably has a face off with Charlotte. That would be cool for Stephanie probably to face off with Charlotte. And then, meanwhile in the match, something else happens. Candice LeRae gives Io Sky, because they keep fighting each other, she gives her a nasty looking bump and sends her through the bottom rope on the outside, and Io looks knocked out. What could this bump be? It could be some Canadian destroyer. They don't overdo the pile driver. I would have said that, but they're really playing it up. Some nasty bump. Think of like the nasty, maybe the turnbuckles and like maybe the padding's taken off and there's a brainbuster on it, something like that. So Io's knocked out. She's on the outside, not eliminated, and Candice is posing. Number 14, we have Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan enters the Royal Rumble match and goes after Tiffany Stratton because Tiffany kept teasing her with the cash in when Liv was champion, like in Crown Jewel and all those times. So Liv is in the Rumble match as she's no longer champion after Raw Netflix to debut. And number 15, another return. It is Becky Lynch. And she walks in and immediately goes after Liv Morgan, and they get in a big fight in the ring, and the crowd goes wild, hopefully. So Becky gets in her moves on everyone, gets a spree, and the match continues. Number 16 is Shayna Baszler. So, while Shayna's entering, Charlotte eliminates Roxanne and Chelsea Green, or after she enters, Charlotte eliminates Roxanne and Chelsea Green. More eliminations for Charlotte. Yup. So, while Charlotte poses, sorry you saw my phone, I guess. While Charlotte poses, Nia Jax tries to attack Charlotte. She jumps the crowd, jumps the guardrail, jumps the barricade, I guess. They don't have a guardrail anymore. So she tries to attack Charlotte. Nia tries to attack Charlotte. Nia is the champion, so she's not in the match, nor could she be. And Charlotte dodges, however, and throws Nia Jax over the top rope just for good measure. However, with this distraction though, Tiffany Stratton nails Charlotte with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and she eliminates Charlotte Flair from the Rumble match. Tiffany gets a big elimination, and Nia Jax applauds her. This will set up for a future bout at... I can't say when. Well, it'll set up for WrestleMania. I can say that, yeah. It'll set up for a WrestleMania bout to happen. So, and I should also mention, Chelsea Meakin was set up earlier. Number 17 now, we have Jordan Grace from TNA. She had a really good showing in this year's Royal Rumble, and why not include her? It'll be good stuff. And number 18 is Zoe Stark, and she does her thing. not much crazy stuff to say about that. And then Jordan Grace eliminates Zoe Stark soon after. Zoe Stark, she's good in the ring, but it's not her time really. It might be when she gets better on the mic, but not now. So after this, number 19, it is Dakota Kai. And she comes out and goes after Candice LeRae and Bayley. History with Bayley from WrestleMania 40 build. And then Candice took out Io, so Dakota's upset. And number 20 is Kairi Sane, and she comes in and eliminates Shayna Baszler. That is another reference because I know too many matches for WWE. It's kind of weird. It's a reference to when Shayna and Kairi feuded over the NXT title back in 2018. Yep. So, Damage Control stands tall, but then Bianca goes face to face with them, and Bayley goes after them too. However, Bianca should have a problem with Bayley still. So, yeah. And number 21 now, we have Lyra Valkyria. Yes, the bird girl. The new Intercontinental Champion. Lyra Valkyria. She comes out and goes face to face with Becky Lynch. However, Liv Morgan interrupts this interaction, unfortunately, and they go at it. Lyra and Becky go after Liv. Number 22, it is Sonya Deville. Yeah, the women's division isn't too deep right now, so unfortunately, there are some people who just come out and kind of do their thing. They just do stuff in the ring. Sonya, she does stuff in the ring. Number 23, Natalia comes out. However, she soon gets eliminated by Lyra Valkyria. And after this, Lyra and Becky then go at it back and forth fighting. And Lyra eventually gets the advantage and eliminates Becky Lynch from the Royal Rumble match. Becky congratulates her. Lyra's like, "Oh, I got you." Becky's like, "Oh, you got me." So after this, though, Liv Morgan sneaks behind Lyra and eliminates her. And this will plant the seed, or plants the seeds for what may happen at WrestleMania. Something involving Lyra, Becky, and or Liv for the women's IC title. So, from behind, Liv eliminates Lyra, and soon after this, Kairi and Dakota Kai eliminate Sonya Deville because they've been feuding with Pure Fusion Collective. I don't like that faction name. They've been feuding with them, so they eliminate Sonya Deville. Number 24, though, is Julia from NXT, and she is the NXT Women's Champion at this point. However, in previous years, they would have the NXT Champion join the Rumble match because the Rumble isn't for a shot at the NXT title unless you're Charlotte Flair in 2020. Most of the time, it's not for a shot at the NXT Women's title. So I'm gonna have Julia come out, and she fights with Stephanie Vaquer. It seems like that's the direction they're going in for send and deliver based on what I've seen. So they go at it, they fight each other. And then number 26, I almost skipped one. Number 25 is Nikki Cross of Wyatt 6. and she comes out and scares everybody in the match. And Nikki Cross, a side thing, Nikki Cross, when you give her the spotlight, she could be very good in the ring. If you haven't watched it before, I recommend Asuka versus Nikki Cross, last woman standing on NXT. Very good match. So, Nikki Cross comes out and scares everybody in the match. Number 26, Scarlet of Final Testament comes out, and Nikki eliminates her after some Wyatt 6 shenanigans occur, right? Because Wyatt 6, I'm thinking Elimination Chamber in Toronto seems like a good place to blow that off. You could do it earlier, but I think you end it with Kyrian versus Uncle Howdy in Toronto. That's one way they can go about it. So Nikki eliminates her after Wyatt 6 shenanigans. Also, I'm sorry about my voice cracking today. I don't know what's up with that. So yeah. And at this time though, Candice LeRae, she eliminates Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane. Dakota Kairi, you could call them. However, soon afterwards, if you remember, Io took a nasty bump that rendered her unconscious on the outside for a bit. She comes back into the ring and goes wild. She eliminates Liv Morgan and Jordan Grace. She's going nuts in the match. However, Candice attacks her and looks for the elimination on Io. And at this point, though, as Candice has halted Io's momentum once again, looks to eliminate her, Tiffany Stratton, who doesn't like Candice too much either, looks to attack her. However, Candice LeRae dodges and eliminates Tiffany Stratton. So Io takes advantage of this and sneaks an elimination in on Candice LeRae. Like Io's doing the poses in the ring, you know. And then Candice gets back in the ring and attacks Io with the chair. She puts the chair out. It's a suplex on the chair. And then she picks her up again. Refs try to pull her off, but she gets back, hits another suplex on the folded out chair. This is a callback to an NXT cage match involving these two, like Io turned heel. That's a little callback. So Io at this point, she looks out like a light. Number 27. By the way, I have to address this before we get to number 27. This, I will explain that after the Rumble match, why I'm doing that. So now back to the match. Number 27, Isla Dawn comes out. She does her thing. And at this point, Stephanie Vaquer eliminates Julia, setting up the championship match that they'll have in NXT. So that happens. And number 28 now, Alexa Bliss comes out. And Nikki Cross, she has a smile on her face. She's like, yeah, welcome back, Alexa Bliss, enjoying the Wyatt 6. However, Alexa Bliss comes in, she is not too happy, and she eliminates Nikki Cross. She wants none of that Wyatt 6 stuff. So now, number 29, Alba Fire comes out, and I'm hoping like Isla Dawn is very good as well. The splice for both of them. Alba Fire is actually a pretty good singles wrestler. I'm hoping she gets a singles run at some point because when she was, I believe, Kaylee Ray, she was like NXT UK Women's Champ for 600 days or something, some crazy number like that. So she could do singles wrestling. I hope her potential is slightly tapped into this match. And yeah, not much else to say about that. And now we're at number 30, the final entrant. It is Asuka. She makes her return. Her first match since Backlash France, I believe. Yeah, I don't think there's a Raw after. So yeah, Backlash France. And she comes out and eliminates Alexa Bliss, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn. Just like that, we're down to our final five. Asuka goes wild like she used to in NXT. Our final five are Bayley, Bianca Belair, Asuka, Io Sky, and Stephanie Vaquer. So, to begin with this, Bayley and Bianca Belair, they form a temporary alliance because nobody can stop Asuka. She's going wild, taking out everyone. And Bayley and Bianca form a temporary alliance, and they eliminate Asuka. It takes both of them to eliminate Asuka. You could have them hit a combo move like The Rock had in the Men's Rumble if you'd like. I don't know, how would that work? You can't do a Rhodes plant into a KOD. I'm not sure. They do some team up though. Yeah, they eliminate Asuka. I'll try and think of a team up after I publish the video. So after this, Stephanie Vaquer eliminates Bayley. Big elimination for Stephanie Vaquer. And then Bianca Belair, though, takes advantage and eliminates Stephanie. And we are down to two. We have Bianca Belair, who failed to win the women's title, versing Io Sky from the number one spot. They go at it. They have a mini match just like I gave Roman and Sami in the men's rumble. They got a good 10 minutes. Like, they're amazing in the ring together. Like the match they had on Raw. That couldn't be more than 20 minutes, but it was awesome. So they go at it. And eventually, in the end, they get on the apron. Bianca gets Io in a KOD position, flips her. Io DDTs her, and they both collapse on the outside. The fans are shocked. In Indianapolis at the Lucas Oil Stadium, I believe, they're shocked. Both of them hit the floor at the same time. If you watched part one, you'd know that I changed it to both of them hit the ground at the same time, and I didn't give a reason then. This is why. Because having them both hit their feet at the same time, if anyone could do it, you and Bianca could do it. But that would be very challenging, so I'm gonna change it to hit the floor, over the top rope, eliminated. Both of them hit the floor, refs don't know what to do. It's announced they're both winning the Rumble. They're asked who they want to fight. Both of them say Rhea Ripley. There you go, you got your triple threat match for WrestleMania 41. Io Sky versus Bianca versus Rhea for the women's title. This also explains why the Bianca Rhea finish wasn't super fair, wasn't super clean. So the Rumbles, we've had two Rumbles with like crazy events unfolding in both of them. We have had Seth Rollins screwing CM Punk out of a world title match against Gunther. We have had Rhea versus Bianca. Might not have been the greatest match of all time. Excuse me. But set up for what's to come at WrestleMania. Now it's time for your main event. We have the American roller coaster Cody Rhodes defending against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. This pretty much involves Kevin and Cody still feuding, and Randy comes back looking for revenge on Kevin Owens. The WWE, based on what Kevin's done, they're scared to have a standard one-on-one match. So, with Cody's approval, they make it a triple threat match for the WWE title. This is a very, very good match. It's just everything's led up to this point. This is the culmination, or might be the culmination. Most likely is the culmination of this feud. Cody Rhodes outlasts both of them. He pins Randy Orton to retain the title. You could have Cody steal the pin after Kevin does most of the work, but I want to keep Kevin's character of thinking everyone's against him. He shouldn't get pinned, so he could complain about it on SmackDown. And Randy Orton, this could incite a potential heel turn later on because he couldn't get the job done against Cody, the first chance he had at the title. So Cody retains. Happy ending. Nope. This is not Saturday night's main event where they go off the air with Cody raising the title. They keep it on, and The Rock comes out, and he has a face-off with Cody Rhodes to end the Royal Rumble event. Thank you for watching, everyone. I put a lot of work into this video. This took me about 5 days to do, so I appreciate it. I appreciate all of your support. This has been Suplexus. Stay tuned for future videos to come. Goodbye.